of Queen's Court, where we are talking about Monday Night Raw from 1993 to today. And today we're talking about September of 93, which wasn't too bad, but... And I also learned something new. I'm the Travel Queen Bree. Alongside me, as always, we got Night Duplessis, and then we got Husky Rhodes. How are you guys doing on this late night?
Yeah, pretty worn out and emotionally damaged from...
Yeah.
I'm still in shock and confused and don't know what to think.
A lot of selling out and a lot of ball licking.
Yeah. I feel like it overshadowed a few
Oh, completely.
and-
Completely.
Yeah.
And if this is to do a CM Punk versus Randy Orton feud, I'm going to be even more mad.
Yeah.
Like, what was... Really? That was the
I'm
point?
gonna be more mad if it's to do CM Punk versus Seth.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, that makes logical sense, though.
It does, yeah.
Because Seth was taking shots at him on the internet and shit, but...
They're supposed to both be on Raw tomorrow.
I give it 6 months before he gets into a fist fight with Seth Rollins.
Like, they're gonna literally have to keep them physically apart backstage.
Well, there was already that quote that was just like, he better not be back there when I get back there or else I'm knocking him out.
And then, like, Drew left the building pissed off.
They told everybody in the match, or they told like a few people that CM Punk was coming back. And
Like right before.
And one of them happened to be Drew McIntyre. That's why he left immediately.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't want to deal with this shit.
My favorite is Rhea's reaction.
Yeah. So funny. Dude, nobody wanted that. I think everybody was pissed. But anyway. Let's get into September 93 here. For some reason on Peacock, there was only 3 out of the 4 weeks.
Yep.
And, like, even
But-
I had that first week. If you want to know the results of that.
Yeah, I was leading into that.
Okay.
Mike,
about it.
So match 1 is Adabom defeating Virgil.
okay.
Then the Quebecers defeat Dwayne Gill and Barry Hardy.
Jobbers.
And then Yokozuna squashes Barry Horowitz.
Oh, Barry.
You see Barry in one of the episodes.
So,
Yeah, so we kind of didn't miss much,
yeah, not at all.
really. So all right.
And then, according to my little subtitle here, I learned something new, that Pierre from the Quebecers was freaking PCO.
Hey, pull the mic up. We're having a hard time hearing you.
Okay, right here? Is it good?
Yeah, there we go. I can hear you there.
I was gonna say, because I learned something new, that Pierre from the Quebecers is freaking PCO, of all people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't unsee that now.
The fact that he has, like Terry Funk did, went more crazy in his later years in the business.
Yeah,
Like
it's
And, like,
complete
I feel
transformation.
though, like, watching the matches, like, I can see it now. Now that
Yeah.
you guys told me that he was PCO.
Yeah, he still has a lot of the same movements.
It doesn't connect me really because PCO now looks way taller. I don't know why, but he looks taller.
I think it's the gear.
Yeah, because he looks short and stocky as Pierre.
It's that Mountie gear.
Is weird.
And he was with Jacques Rougeau, and Jacques Rougeau's like a little bit like taller than PCO, so it's like, it kind of makes him look like a bulldog almost, like just like fucking like built like a bulldog.
And not the Bulldogs. Actually, it kind of
no.
does make it look like.
Yeah.
Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah, he's the French version.
We get to see a few versions of Pierre.
Oh yeah, we do. I forgot
Some
about
horrible versions of Pierre.
I forgot about his pirate gimmick.
That pirate gimmick is going to be wild.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 95 again is weird, Bree. I apologize.
Yeah, there are some choices that were made.
Was it worse than Bastion Booger though?
No.
No. There's only a few gimmicks that are worse than Bastion Booger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up. Let's make Chavo Guerrero a white guy.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
they
say
did
some
that.
racist shit.
They did that. It was a golfer. And fun fact, his caddy was Dolph Ziggler.
That's funny.
So this was
so funny.
That was right before Spirit Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they only cut the gimmick because Eddie died. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
let's
go to this first episode though. The second, yeah.
Yeah.
First, yeah, it's technically the second. This first match though, I don't know. It was the Steiners versus the Quebecers, but why take the belts off the Steiners?
This fucking the match stipulation.
The Quebec rules confused me.
It's so confusing.
A lot of thing about Canada confuses me anyway, but the Quebec rules is crazy.
Okay, speaking of Canadians though, this is totally off topic, but working the holiday at Target, I've never seen so many Canadians come over to shop in my life. That's all that shop there. And like I can tell who's Canadian and who's not. I can just tell.
Because you're surrounded by it, so like
really,
you can
really, like when somebody asks me a question, I can tell when they're talking to me.
Oh, Canadian accents are great, especially depending on the province.
We're talking about the Quebecs.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah. Well, it starts out, Vince is saying that the Steiners will be facing the Quebecers in a Quebec rules match. And here's the ruling here. It's title can change hands by a disqualification and by a count out. Also, pile drivers are illegal. Jumping off the top rope is illegal. And throwing someone over the top rope is illegal. All counts as a disqualification, and you lose your title.
I mean,
it makes no sense.
He'll work to, try to stop the Steiners.
It's such a smacked ass ruling. I don't understand it. Like, 90s booking.
And you had asked if this was their first episode of Raw, but they had been working Superstars.
Mm-hmm.
They had been in the company and the tag team for a while, for like at least 2 months, but just were never on Raw.
Yeah, I mean Jacques Rougeau had been there for a minute though.
Yeah, he had
as the Mountie.
Yeah,
like he had that.
I think we've seen him as the Mountie.
He had that infamous match with Boss Man.
Yeah,
where he had to spend a night in jail. Yeah,
why is Boss Man always getting in the fucked up matches?
I mean, it fit the gimmick, dude. He was a cop.
He had the match with Jock. You had the match with Nails.
Oh, yeah.
The match with Al. The match with Big Show. Big Boss Man get hooked up in all the fucked up matches.
He's just, where do you need me, brother?
Ray Trailer got... Poor Ray Trailer.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I love me some Ray Trailer, though. Yeah, the match itself, like, the actual work in the match,
great,
was fantastic. Oh, yeah. Like the tag moves that the Quebecers were doing still holds up. Like that's crazy stuff that they were doing. And as much shit as Jacques Rougeau gets for his antics outside the ring, talk to Kevin Owens about Jacques Rougeau.
Oh, did he do some?
Jacques Rougeau was Kevin Owens' original trainer,
and like was a complete jackass, and it's a whole thing.
Basically, like he was like, you can only work for me. Like he
was only doing shows like every 6 months. So it was Kevin just was like for 2 years just sitting at home trying to become a wrestler, but couldn't become a wrestler because he wasn't around. And like Jock in the early 2000s had a relationship with the WWF. So Jock said, or had, every time they came to Montreal, Jock's wrestlers were the guys who did the dark matches. So they came to Montreal once, and Jock told Kevin, "Yeah, you can wrestle a dark match if you give me like 75% of the money they're gonna pay you." And he wanted him to sign a contract, as like his manager, like his agent. Fuck that. So Kevin totally fucked up, and he started working for a company called IWS at the other side of the state,
where he crossed paths with one Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
and
then they end up in Philly.
That storied history with those two. Let's see, Johnny Polo. Look,
that jersey's fire.
That Montreal Canadiens jersey with the fucking these are the Quebecers, and I am Johnny Polo.
So great. I said that to some of my Canadian friends who are like Canadian fans, and they're like, "Yeah, we want that."
It's so good, dude. I loved it. And I was just like, wait, they just sprung this out of nowhere. That Johnny Polo is just now their manager.
Yeah. Is he still with Adam Bomb too, or like no longer?
Yeah, no, he had like a whole group, like his own stable. Johnny,
yeah,
the Beckers. He had Adam Bomb. He had a couple others too that were jobbers and whatnot. But Raven wasn't like a.
Or anything. You actually see his face.
Yeah. What?
No, I said you could actually like see his face because he didn't wear his glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. Anytime now that Johnny Polo is on my screen, I am a very happy boy because I fucking love that man. And yeah, the ending though. The ending of this match sucked. Because Scott hits PCO with the hockey stick, DQ, and the Quebecers are now your WWF Tag Team Champions. This could have been good. I mean, the match itself was good. It's just this ending just did not sit with me. And then we get Mr. Perfect and Tony DeVito. Dude. DeVito like runs away. And then Perfect gets him and then just goes, "Okay. All right, Tubby, you're about to get fucked up." And he just beats the shit out of this poor bastard.
Oh yeah, Tony DeVito's running away. That was classic. That was
just running away, and then Perfect gets to him, and then it's just like, "Oh, okay, let's go." You're getting fucked up.
What were they chanting? Like I couldn't tell what they were chanting when Mr. Perfect was in the ring, like the crowd.
It almost sounded like they were chanting "Perfect sucks," but I couldn't.
Like,
I couldn't make it out either.
Was it "We Want"?
I mean,
then that made no absolute sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't make out what they were saying.
Yeah, I couldn't really either.
But yeah, Tony DeVito just straight gets his fucking lunch eaten. It was bad. Just mowed through him. And then we get Razor Ramon and the Executioner.
Well, first we get Ludwig confronting.
Oh yeah, they showed the replay of
Lex at SummerSlam at the end with another anti-America promo that just is awkward and
Oh my god. This
He can
dude.
just shut up.
This dude is just. I understand that this is a second language this man is speaking. But his English sounds really well. Your promos are like a robot.
Yeah.
And if I ever have insomnia, I'm just going to put a Ludwig Borga promo on.
Yeah.
Because, Jesus.
Either that or IRS.
God, yeah.
Yeah, because they're both like saying the same thing over and over again.
IRS to me is like Red Hot Chili Peppers to music. All of your shit is the exact same thing.
I mean, that also goes with Ludwig. It's a lot of just anti-Americanism.
Yes. It is one topic. That is it.
I mean, and I know America wasn't at the highest form in 1993, but damn.
Right. Ludwig Borga and IRS should have made a tag team called Two Boring Fuckers. And it would have been fantastic.
It could have started like IRS comes up to him and be like, "Hey, do you need your taxes done this season?"
Dude, it'd be like the B. It'd be like that generation's like B team.
Yeah.
Like, it would be hilarious.
That's so mean.
Somebody invent me a time machine so I can go back to 1993 and go, hey man, listen, I have an idea.
God, put Ludwig Borga in a suit.
And then maybe Ludwig wouldn't defeat Titan.
Yeah. We might have fucked up and created like the greatest tag team ever. They'd be like 15-time tag champions or some shit.
And then we get the Razor squash match.
Yeah. Do we know who's under the hood?
I was gonna ask you guys that because
I'm thinking
it's somebody.
I'm thinking it's like Skinner or fucking the Brooklyn Brawler. One of those two. Nope.
I had it. I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, but so yeah, while you're looking that up, there's nothing to this one. This is just Razor getting his shit in. It's awesome. I always love it. And I don't know, it was one half of an old 70s tag team. Because there was a strong 70s tag team called the Executioners. Right.
And they were actually multi-time WWF tag team champions. I just don't know which one it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because their names are literally Executioner 1, Executioner 2, and Executioner 3. They give no actual names.
That's like how Doom was before they took the masks off. It was Doom 1 and Doom 2.
Yeah. Because when I first read the name online, because I always look up what I'm going to watch, when I read the Executioner, I thought it was going to be the 1997 gimmick of Terry.
Oh, Bam Bam.
Yeah, so I got very confused.
Yeah.
Because Terry Bam Bam Gordy Go comes in at 96, 97 under the same name. And it goes over like a fart in church.
Yeah, which is sad because, I mean, like, that's one of the fucking Freebirds, dude, and you just
legend.
One of the worst gimmicks in the fucking late 90s. Was there anything between this match and the next match? I forget.
A Quebecers promo.
I was going to say, Vince came out with the Quebecers and Johnny Polo.
Yeah,
right, they did that.
It was setting up the singles match.
Yeah.
They went to Jack Tony. He was like, hey, we asked for a single one-on-one match between one of us versus one of you guys.
Yeah. And so it was
then they decide.
Steiner for next.
Yeah. And then...
Oh, and then it showed a telethon that Randy was on.
Yeah,
yeah. There's muscular dystrophy.
yeah. I forgot the dude's name, but he kept on.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Jerry Lewis was on there, and Bobby Heenan was on there. It was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Bobby kept on making fun of this dude, calling him other Jerry Lewises. Because there's a lot of famous people with that name.
yeah. I love your song, Great Balls of Fire. No, 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 that's Jerry Lee Lewis.
After the third time, I would have just smacked Bobby. Like, yeah, shut the you're an asshole.
You came onto my shit, and you're running your fucking mouth about me? How dare you?
But he gets it coming to him at the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we get Doink and Rich Myers.
The clown killed this man.
And
Killed the jobber.
oh, like, yeah, he fucked this dude up. I was like, okay, all right, Doink.
Yeah.
This is the face turn for Doink the Clown.
Yeah.
But then also this one had they had Crush on the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah, and then like every episode after that, he kept calling in. But like this is the first one, and then somehow he cut out.
He hangs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, is that Randy Savage? And they said, yeah. Click. Just hangs up the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my favorite Crush. Heel Crush during the when he's going at Savage, so good.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, it is very, very good stuff.
He is probably the high point of this USA versus foreigners storyline they're coming into. Because goddamn is the rest of this trash.
Yeah, the rest of it is fucking, ooh, it's weak. But Doink wins, or during the match, first of all, the back suplex that he hits on Rich Myers where he lands on his head, Jesus Christ.
That's when I wrote down this clown killed this man, because I saw that and I was like, oh, dude's dead. Okay.
Oh my God, that was like the shit that they were doing in All Japan in like 5 years, dude.
No, Matt Bourne was like, okay, we're gonna take this old school and we're gonna rest in the Shreveport Auditorium.
Right. We're gonna show these New York kids how we do this. And then Doink comes out after he did the whole confetti thing in the crowd. He brings out another bucket. And this one clearly has water in it. And Bobby's like, get Savage. Get Savage. Get Vince. And he walks over, acts like he's going to do it, but then he turns around and fucking douses Bobby Heenan with a bucket of water. He's flipping around. Oh, I think she'll be okay. There she goes.
That is so weird. Hold on, guys.
All right. Technical difficulties, folks. But yeah, so Bobby gets shit canned with the water. He's flopping around like a fish. Vince hands him a bottle of water. Put this in your eyes. He got hit with the same thing.
Did you lose power?
Oh, no, we're good.
Okay.
We're all right.
I got very confused. Scared.
Okay, I'm back. No, I knocked when I was grabbing my notebook, like for the next episode, it like bumped a cord or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I'm full of issues today.
It's been a day.
It's been 24 hours.
It has been a day.
Yes, I blame it on Phil Brooks.
Survivor Series has just left us all in a state of disarray.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm blaming it on that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, episode 2 starts out with the Scott Steiner PCO match. And if Scotty wins, then they get a title shot against the Quebecers. And basically in the first 90 seconds of this match, Scotty does everything he couldn't do last week.
Facts. He almost botched that Greco hold.
Oh yeah.
And I thought Pierre was gonna die.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh no, Pierre's about to get fucked up.
But I will say, Bree, we will definitely have to tell you about this one. But I popped when the entrances were happening, and we see Queen of Extreme Francine, who is an ECW legend, in the audience as a fan. This was way before her ECW time, but she was there just chilling, and I was like, hold up, I know her.
Just in the front row, just chilling. It's like, oh, that's Francine. Like, that's awesome. Francine is a legendary valet in ECW.
She managed champions on champions on champions. Shane Douglas, the Pitbulls, Tommy Dreamer, like
Just Incredible.
Yeah.
PJ Walker, who's on this.
Yeah.
Francine ends up managing him like 7 years down the line in ECW.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. And again, why I think that Vince and Paul are working together since 1993. You can't tell me otherwise, you jackasses.
I don't know, but the Francine one might be a stretch.
Yeah.
But all the other ones, I'm with you on it.
Because she was in ECW at this time because she was managing the Pitbulls.
In 93?
No, she comes in 95 because Jason Knight leaves.
She comes in because she's Stevie Richards' girlfriend.
Yeah.
In the whole Raven Sandman storyline.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put Bobby Heenan feels like I do currently because this man is sick as a dog, just coughing and blowing his nose and shit.
I mean, yeah, the play off the water's hilarious.
I've got 113-degree temperature, but I'm okay.
And Vince takes his thermometer and he's like, yeah, 97.
Yeah, it's like, it's a 97. You're not even normal, but then again, you are a weasel, so, you know, whatever.
This match, seeing Pierre in this singles match in like PCO now is so different and it's so strange.
It is night and day. Well, the man can barely walk because he decided at 53 years old, I'm just going to start doing moonsaults onto concrete and no one's going to catch me. He's fucking madman.
Yeah.
That's why he's Frankenstein.
The match is a banger, though.
Oh yeah, this match rules. Like, it was like crazy long. I was not expecting a match of that length on Raw.
Early Raw is fucking up and putting the best matches way should have been main event. Don't understand this shit.
Bobby Heenan's hating on Michigan. God, I can't talk either. He's hating on Michigan again.
Well, here's the
He says anybody can be All-American in Michigan.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Bobby Heenan's originally from my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
He's originally from Indiana.
He's an IU kid. He's an IU graduate.
Yeah, he's from that area. He's from Bloomington. So that's why he shits on Michigan, because he went to IU.
He went to IU and then got trained by a Minnesota dude.
Yeah.
Because he got trained by the Gagnas, who are both gold medalists in Olympic and like varsity, like University of Minnesota people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Then he worked for Dick the Bruiser in Indianapolis for a while too.
Yeah. So he does shit on Michigan, and that doesn't stop. He shits on Michigan like he shits on Hulk Hogan.
It's wild. But yeah, this match was fucking killer all the way around. Scotty's Frankensteiner just looks even like more and more gnarly every single week. Like, and not even the person taking it. It's always him.
Yeah.
Because he's basically giving himself a high angle power bomb every fucking time. But they win, so the Steiners get a
rematch.
A shot at the tag titles again. But there's going to be some fuckery about Stay tuned, kids.
And then the second match.
Yeah, we get Bam Bam Bigelow and Laverne McGill.
Drop kick to start a match is crazy.
Especially from Bam Bam.
What the fuck was that?
Just straight out the gate. And then I think Laverne and Bam Bam must have been cool because Laverne got a good deal of offense at the start of this.
He did.
And I was like, they must know each other. Been like, all right, man, I'll let you get a little bit of shit in. Let me see if I can get you a contract with Vince.
He was probably a very sharp guy.
Yeah, he probably was one of the fucking Monster Factory kids. It was like, all right, come on in here, dude. But no, it was cool. And then they call Crush again. And then Crush starts going off on Savage.
And then he says he's in the best shape of his life. And blah, blah, blah.
A heel turn over the phone is crazy.
That is really an interesting way to go about it.
It worked, but my God, is it weird?
Yeah, it's a thing you don't really see too often nowadays.
But I love it.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet. But yeah, as expected, Bam Bam Bigelow does win this one. Not a lot of Luna screaming.
No.
Yeah.
Which kind of threw me off a bit. She was there. She was hanging out.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear in the background a lot.
Yeah.
Then we get this in-ring interview with Bret Hart.
Which I fell asleep.
Was that your plus 10 moment of the evening?
God, yes. And Bret has a mic, I plus 10.
Fuck this.
Like, he didn't really say anything.
That's why I plus 10 that shit. I was like, okay. You're literally recapping everything we've seen for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Cool. Jerry Lawler made fun of your family. Fuck off.
Yeah, I just put Vince recaps everything that's happened since Jerry Lawler came into WWE. Bret says words.
Yeah.
just he says some things. Like, I basically just kind of like blah blah blah. I'm gonna beat Jerry Lawler. Brr, brr, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Dirt, dirt, dirt. All right, move on. Like, I don't know. But then we get Mike Bell versus Mr. Perfect. And Bobby Heenan starts burying Joe Fowler, and I died.
Yeah,
he calls him a ham and egger, and I was like, what the fuck? Yes.
Bobby.
Like,
what the fuck, dude?
I know that's an inside term they use for jobbers and lower card guys, but that's just disrespectful to say on the mic.
And especially when the dude's not like present to take it. Like,
yeah.
Fucked up, dude.
And the fact that like he's new on the job, he's a news dude.
Like, cut him some slack, Bobby.
Yeah, dude, like this.
Bob Bartlett.
Dude, this is his third week with the company, man. Like, come on, dude.
And he's replacing a legend.
Yeah, dude, those are huge shoes to fill. From fucking Mean Gene Okerlund to you. Like, yeah, dude, I'd be terrified to fill those shoes. No, thank you.
And he came from literally doing the news. Like, stop it. He does.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with him
it's
a little
fact, though. He's a ham and egger. There's a reason, Fowler didn't stay with the company, but be respectful. Human beings.
Like Rob Bartlett, where he's only there for like a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran at him when he took over.
Yeah.
He was basically like, I killed him. He is fucking dead. I killed him.
So,
but yeah,
the chops to Mike Bell on the ring post was not nice.
At one point, he's in his ear going, you want to be a wrestler? This is how you be a wrestler. And then he just punches him in the face. I was like, oh my God. This dude, Mike Bell, is just known for people shooting on him. So
I can't wait till that Perry match.
Oh, dude, when we get to that Perry Saturn match, I know it's not on I think it's on a SmackDown. We may have to make like a special episode just to cover that match.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Perfect basically kills this dude, and then get Ludwig Borga promo dog shit taco. This thing sucks so bad.
I just put Ludwig Borga, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vince saw this dude as a top heel future champion. Luckily, it didn't happen. But God, the fact that Vince was trying to book this man as
it's insane. It's straight up insane. That Vince McMahon was like, this champion. Like, no. No,
Vince, no.
People, when that man goes to the ring, people are literally sitting on their hands. They just, no one gives a shit.
You know it's a bad wrestler when they don't even boo.
Yeah, they
just
nothing.
quiet. I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, you might as well have been doing this just to yourself, man. Just nobody in the room, just two dudes working out a match. You'd have got the exact same fucking, you'd have got the exact same result.
We got another marriage proposal.
Oh yeah, Bobby facilitates another fucking marriage. How did you know about this, Bobby? I saw that guy out there. I had that look in his eye. You just stalking fucking the fans, Bobby? Like, why you be weird like that?
At this point, you should just become an ordained minister and like just give weddings in the middle of the ring on Raw.
I would have loved to get married by Bobby Heenan. That would have been lit.
Just have him roast you the entire time you're on there.
Yeah.
Look at this. Where'd you get that suit? My God, have some respect for yourself.
I've been roasted by more inferior people.
Same. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. Then we get PJ Walker versus IRS. And God damn it with the tax cheats. Think of another insult, Mike.
Seriously.
I understand it is part of your gimmick, but God damn it. You can call them something else. As if you would have just changed the insults, I would not think you were as boring.
Like, call it a fraud. Like, say you're a tax fraud.
Something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Tax cheats is, corny as hell.
Yeah. I'm going to show you what we do to tax cheats. Shut up, Mike!
Let your sons do the talking.
Yeah, no shit. And basically he calls Razor Ramon a coward, and he's going to beat up on PJ Walker to show Razor Ramon what he's going to do to him, because apparently Razor's a tax cheat, or whatever he's going on about. Vince the entire time is going off on Bobby Heenan for putting a used Kleenex into that woman's hand during the engagement.
Which I did not even notice.
I didn't catch it either. I rewound it. I was like, what are you talking about? And I rewound it. I was like, oh, that's fucked up. And he's like, how else was I supposed to eat my popcorn? What the fuck, man?
God, Bobby.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was fucked up. So, at one point, Razor Ramon does come out. Crowd pops big style for it. And then PJ Walker gets the sneaky roll up.
Upset!
1, 2, 3. PJ Walker gets a win over IRS. And does the same thing the 1 through 3 kid did and says, fuck this, I'm out. And just slid out of the ring as quick as possible. He disappears. We don't even see him leave. He must have jumped the railing and went through the front door. Because, like, he vanished. Fuck this.
He probably got his money beforehand.
Yeah. Get my pay in case that big bastard shoots on me. And then all the agents come out to try and keep IRS from Razor. Razor gets in the ring. He's wanting to fight IRS. Go to commercial. And then we get Bobby Heenan with Johnny Polo and the Quebecers.
Fucking Scott Weavy is a goddamn genius.
That dude is so good. And he asks if the Steiners will get their title shot. And after deliberation, they say that no, the Steiners are not getting them. They're like, we're not afraid of the Steiners. But there are many great tag teams in this business, or in this company, that deserve a title shot. And he starts naming off people. And naming off every other tag team but the Steiners. So they say they're going to have a tag team of their choosing, who they feel is deserving of a title shot. And that basically wraps up episode 2.
Yeah.
And then the start of this episode, when they said that Shawn Michaels was like stripped of his title, like, did he actually do something like?
Yeah,
behind the scenes?
he went to a rehab. He got suspended. This was his very first drug case.
He talks about it in his documentary. He accidentally somehow got steroids in with some of the prescriptions he was using recreationally.
Yeah.
And he pissed hot for steroids. And they stripped him of the IC title and suspended him for like 30 days, I think. Yeah.
But then he ended up going to rehab for the pill addiction because, you know.
One of the many times.
Yeah. Because it was bad.
Yeah, and basically Jack Tunney says there's a 20-man battle royal, and the last 2 men in the battle royal will get a one-on-one match the following week for the IC title. And that's going to be next month. So we'll be covering that on next week's episode.
Yeah.
First off, this match should not have gone as hard as it did in the paint.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite match.
Holy shit, Rick Martel and Tatanka. And speaking of paint, Tatanka must have done his hair dye 5 minutes before that match. Because goddamn is his forehead red.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did that in a rush before he came out there.
It took me 2 minutes to like not pay attention to that. Because it was all I cared about. I was like, his face is red.
I was like, is he doing like a paint like devil's or crow's peak thing there? And I was like, oh no, it's just his dye was staining his forehead. But yeah, this match was awesome.
It was so good.
These two went at it.
Once again proving that Rick Martel, even at his age at this time, because he was past his prime.
He was up there. He wasn't spring chicken, but dude, he still got it.
Go.
Still got it. This is another instance of 1993 WWF booking. The match is great, but this ending sucks.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
The double count out. Again, I was like, oh, this. Was somebody politicking? Was there some politicking involved here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wouldn't be shocked.
At least it keeps Tatanka's like undefeated streak going a little bit longer.
And it makes Rick. I get it at that point where it keeps the undefeated streak, but it also makes Rick look good for that battle royal. next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in that sense, I get it, because you don't want to make either of them look bad, because you want those two to be the top competitors for the Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn it did look weird.
Wait, it
Double
was
count
a
out.
stacked lineup. Like after Tatanka that match, when Joe Fowler announced who everybody was going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, they had
You'll have that list?
I have the list. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was IRS, Macho Man Randy Savage, Adam Bomb. I put GG Giant Gonzalez. Ugh. Mr. Perfect, Owen Hart, which I have a story of him after. Rick Martel, Jimmy Snuka. I think I must have forgot to put the name. Pierre, Jacques, Mabel, Diesel, MVP, 123 Kid, Bam Bam, Marty Jannetty, Tatanka, and our favorite Bastion Booker.
By the way, this is my favorite Steve Lombardi gimmick. MVP. Because it's so childish. He comes out as a baseball player and his face paint baseball. And yeah, it looks horrible, but it's so funny. Because he does like baseball moves like in the middle of the match. His matches. Like, he pretends like he's playing ball. So good.
Yeah, so funny. Yeah, then match 2. Ludwig Borga, Philip Paulo.
Beat the crap out of this man. Killed this SOB.
At one point, Ludwig Borga is on the outside, and somebody has a sign that is the Finnish flag and Ludwig Borga on it. And he's like, see? Yes. Yes. And Vince goes, he's obviously planted a fan in our front row. Vince, you planted that fan. You did that shit. Why are you dry snitching on yourself? Like, stop.
He's just the commentator at this point. They don't know.
Right.
Fans are dumb.
Right, yeah. I mean, obviously, yes, Al Gore hadn't invented the internet yet, so no one really knew. But, yeah, this was just a mugging.
Bobby, I don't know what he said before this, but Bobby Heenan saying, these are the facts I just came up with.
Right.
So great. So fucking hilarious.
So good. But this next match, I have a fun fact about this next match.
You have a fun fact too? Because I have a fun fact too.
Yeah. Jimmy Superfly Snuka versus Paul Van Dale match. Bree, take a wild guess on about this Paul Van Dale character. He is the father of someone on the WWE roster.
Carmella.
Yeah, it's Carmella's dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't the fun fact I had.
What was the fact you had?
Because this goes with the theory that I said during the first episode of Paul and Vince working together. At this point, Jimmy Snuka was working for Paul Heyman and an ECW, and he was the ECW World Champion and the ECW TV Champion.
At this time?
At the time of this match?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's literally working for ECW at this point, and a part of a faction ran by Paul Heyman and Eddie Gilbert.
Oh, yes, because Paul was with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert at the time.
Yeah, and Hot Stuff's International.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It was Eddie Gilbert, Snuka,
Don Morocco, Sandman, and a few other ECW originals. Okay. But yeah, he was literally working for ECW as their champion.
That's so fucking funny. It all makes sense now.
And you know he's going to have to tell Paul about his bookings.
So,
like Vince didn't know about ECW before '96. Shut up.
right. Now, Bobby calls Crush this time to see if he is in the Battle Royal. And Crush says, well, I wasn't invited.
Bobby starting shit.
Bobby's stirring that pot, brother. He's,
Bobby.
yeah, he's like, I wasn't invited to the Battle Royal. And assumes that Savage politicked him to not be in there. That's a damn lie, brother. Like he went full Hogan for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute.
I honestly think this was a shoot on Hogan.
Probably.
Talk about politicking and backstabbing. Hogan had just left for WC or the quit.
Doing the movies, yeah. So
yeah.
That probably. That makes sense.
And
I didn't
Savage
think
and Hogan were not friends at this point.
Makes sense.
I would not be shocked if Vince and Savage came up with this to have a middle finger towards Hogan.
Fuck yeah, I'll bury him, Vince. Fuck yeah, let's go. I know he's fucking my wife. But Jimmy Snuka nearly kills this man on multiple occasions. The slingshot suplex, I thought Jimmy was going to blow out both of his quads. Because when he drops him and tries to pick him up, his knees are all bent all weird. I'm like, oh, dude, he's going to fucking hurt himself. Like, this sucks. But I will say, he was definitely up there at the time. But he got some distance on that splash.
He did?
He was like 2/3 of the way across the ring. And fucking drilled him with it. It's like, he got the distance, but he's like, I'm not protecting you at all. You are taking all of this. I'm sorry. But then it cuts to this really bad IRS promo.
This was the creepiest promo I have ever seen.
It was so weird, dude. It was the most unhinged shit. Like,
this was uncomfortable.
Else besides tax cheats.
Yeah. True.
Just in a dark ass room with two women with a woman on each side of you. Just like
telling them to do their jobs. Like, this was a weird taste.
I felt really uncomfortable with this one. I was just like,
Yeah, he said, you made a big mistake, Razor. You got an audit coming.
Yeah, he's gonna put it.
First time I've heard him say audit instead of tax cheat.
I'm gonna put an audit out on your ass, you tax cheating bastard. Fucking boring McBoner fucky. Fucking Christ. So, then we get this Quebecers tag match. They come to the ring first, and they're like, "We don't know who the person or the team's gonna be." Come back from commercial, and Barry Horowitz is standing in the ring. His partner Reno Riggins was supposed to be there, but he has the flu. Bobby Heenan is now in the ring interviewing. This is the first time I've ever heard Barry Horowitz actually talk, ever. So I was
a jobber.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh wait, that's what he sounds like. Okay, interesting. All right. So first of all, Johnny Polo coming out dipped head to toe in Harvard swag because they're in Connecticut. So like, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna dip myself out in Harvard gear. So basically Bobby is talking to Barry Horowitz. He said, Reno Riggins is sick with the flu. Can I pick another partner that is suitable? Goes over to the Quebecers. They have a huddle. And they're like, depends on who it is. Goes back over to Barry Horowitz. So they said it depends on who it is. Like, he couldn't hear it because they told it on a microphone. Like, they couldn't hear each other at all.
They're 4 feet away. You jackass.
You can hear each other without the microphone at that distance. But, and he goes, how about the 1, 2, 3 kid? And so they agree. 1, 2, 3 Kid comes out. And they start out with a house of fire. It was a good-ass match.
This is a main event. I mean, the ending, of course, is predictable.
I mean,
but
probably Barry Horowitz's best match as a jobber.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. This showed that Barry Horowitz should have been taken more seriously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because he was taken seriously back in the territory days.
Yeah.
When he was Jack Hart, he was actually doing some stuff.
Yeah. This is why he says he doesn't like being considered a jobber. If you watch his shoe interviews, because he knows he can do a squash match with Yokozuna, but he could do an hour-long Broadway with Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely could have.
Yeah. So if you ever meet Barry Horowitz, do not call him a jobber because he hates that term.
And then at one point, I can't remember what the move was, but Jacques Rougeau gets knocked out. Completely out cold.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
I think he took a kick to the head probably or something.
Yes, it was. Barry hit him right upside the head. No, Sean hit him right upside the head.
I think he hit him with a spin kick or something.
Yeah, Sean, hit him with that spin kick. The heel hit him right in the...
Right in the temple, and that old reset button knocked him cold. So they're taking him to the back, and Fink on the mic says that this match, even though Pierre is by himself, the match must continue. And they're going back and forth. Babyfaces are getting the comeback going, and then Sean he yeets himself over the top rope backwards, which is so scary because you don't know how far you're going. You're completely blind. He eats shit and gets knocked out. Johnny Polo rolls him into the ring. Pierre lazily throws the leg over him. 1, 2, 3. Quebecers retain. Match itself, though, was really good.
Facts.
But yeah, the ending just kind of felt like, I don't know.
So that was a quick September.
Yeah, well, we have one last thing because they did a Razor promo in the last 2 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
So Razor comes out and Vince is basically just like, IRS been talking that shit. What are you gonna do? And Razor's basically just like, I'm not hard to find. Come find me. Didn't really say a whole lot. But yeah, that was a quick September.
Because there wasn't really a lot.
No.
Of anything to come.
I feel like October and November is going to pick up with this Foreign Fanatics storyline.
Yeah. Yeah, the end of 93 is going to pick up pretty quickly.
The fact that we're already at the end of 93 is wild, by the way.
Oh.
All of next year, if we do this for the entire year of next year, we're going to get to 1997.
Yeah.
We are going to get to where shit gets really good.
Yeah.
So
We just gotta keep trucking.
we gotta trudge through the briar patch of bullshit for a little bit longer.
Trudge through Bastion boogers
and then we're gonna get through the occupational era.
Yeah, 94, 95, 96. This is gonna be whoo!
Your plumbers, your trashmen, your hockey players, it's all coming through.
They fucked Steve Irwin up.
Yeah,
this still pisses me off. Sorry.
They fucked him over bad.
But take it out, host.
Well, first I want to tell the Owen Hart story.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Earlier.
Oh shit.
So it was towards the end of my day at Target, and I was opening up a box to find something, and I opened up the wrong box. But it turned out to be a good thing because I pull out an AEW figure, and it was Owen Hart.
Yes.
And there were four of them in there. And I'm like, that's definitely not what I was looking for. But I almost took a picture of it and sent it to you guys.
But now I know this is here. I am going to buy it.
I know. I'm waiting for it to go out on the floor because they said if it's not on the floor, like if it's
You
just in the
can't.
back and not on the floor, we can't buy it or we can't.
Yeah.
So I gotta wait until it's actually in the store. I'm buying
Owen Hart AEW figures, I'm very confused with, and I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, I'm into it though.
Yeah.
Does it actually look like Owen?
It did. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I didn't look at the whole thing, like, because I had to keep going, but, like, it...
But in the face, it looked like Owen?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it looked like it was a good one.
And not Owen Wilson?
Yeah. But, on that note, that was September of 93, which nothing really bad happened, but thank you guys for watching, as always. If you like it, you know, we had some technological issues. But if you like what you watched, like the video, subscribe to World Championship Wreckage, and check out all the other good shit we have on this channel. And, yeah, so on behalf of the Tribe of Queen, Mike Duplessis, and Husky Rhodes, thank you guys for watching Queen's Court, and we will see you next week.